New this morning, it is up to you. A plan to raise minimum wage for some hospitality workers in Glendale. It's going to go to voters this November. Maybe it sounds like a good idea on paper, but will raising minimum wage to $20 an hour be a good thing?
12 News journalist Justin Pizzera joining us live this morning. Justin, you're diving into Proposition 499. That plan goes to Glendale voters this November, so you're laying it all out for us this morning.
Yes, good morning. So I talked to the folks behind this plan and I asked them why now? Why bring this to the voters, this $20 an hour minimum wage for some of the workers who work in hospitality in the city? And they said, you know what? Glendale is basically getting a lot of love lately. They're getting these massive events like the Taylor Swift concert, the Super Bowl. There's huge hotels and resorts going up. And so they want to make sure that these employees get in on some of that love. So right now, the state minimum wage is $14.35. If the plan is approved, people who work in these larger hospitality centers would get a bump up to $20 an hour. That is a $5.65 an hour increase. A group called Worker Power is behind this plan, and they say that this would only apply to these larger these event centers, larger corporations who could really absorb the increase. So places like these large concert venues, things like that, those are the folks working there. That's who it apply to, not the very small venues like the restaurants, not things like that. They also want these workers to see where these service fees goes and their tips. They want to get a printout basically when they get paid to make sure that they're getting the money that they deserve. So this is what Worker Power had to say.
The industry is booming and workers currently aren't sharing in the abundance, in the increase in business. In general, though, costs have increased incredibly across the country and in Arizona and in Glendale for all working people.
So the plan is getting some criticism as well. Prop 499 also calls for the city of Glendale to fund a Department of Labor Standards department. That plan, though, does not call for a funding source. So the city says that they're estimating that it'll cost over $900,000 a year to fund that department. Since it doesn't have a funding source, it's possible that the city would have to raise taxes or possibly cut programs within the city as well. And then there's the concern that these businesses are just going to pass it along to you, the consumer. I ask about that, and the Worker Power says that they don't believe that will happen because some of these places are already charging the maximum amounts. If you want more information, we do have a link to Prop 499 on our website. In Glendale this morning, Justin Pizzera, 12 News Today in AZ.